Hey guys, I have created this video to talk about the energy forecast of 2023 from all the channelings that I have gotten from the creator about what this energy is going to be about, and especially for us spiritual connected brothers and sisters, where it is that we need to stand in our energy and where it is particularly as a collective that we need to be focusing on. And guys, this is the year of the empathic and truthful visionary, and all these words are going to be so important. This is the year of vision, and you're going to hear me say the word vision, vision, vision 100 times in this recording. And when I'm talking about vision here, I'm talking about your spiritual sight. I'm talking about that divine eye that's literally lodged right up here, the one that perceives everything, the one that helps you to deeply look within as to what's going on within you, but also helps you to look at others and see them clearly as well. And the creator said something really beautiful in the channeling. The creator said, to be a visionary is to accept my will in all that you see. And that's very beautiful, to accept the creator's will in all that we see, in every aspect of our lives, to look at our entire lives through the heart of the creator's eye. So to look at our relationships that way, to look at what's to come that way, our direction, our next steps, our purpose in life. This is an important year to sit in meditation and ask the creator, help me to observe things through your eye. And when we observe things through the creator's eyes, guys, our eyes become very polite, they become very kind, they become very compassionate, and we see everything through love. And think of the spiritual eye almost like a lighthouse. Our eyes can either see everything through love, or it can look down and see everything through fear. So the divine eye must not lose its positioning this year, where it's really anchored and sitting right in love. If not, it will see everything through fear. And when the divine eye within inside of us sees everything through fear, then we have to constantly keep recalibrating our eye every day and bringing it back to love. And when I say recalibrating, it's like we have to ask the creator, source energy, for the mercy to move us out of being stuck in the chains of fear with our vision. And when I say mercy, guys, I don't mean please forgive me, I have sinned. That's not what I'm talking about. The true definition of mercy is being stuck in fear and not knowing how to find your way to the light, and asking the creator to literally come in and intercede to bring you back up to the truth, to the light. So this year, for those who have their vision stuck in fear, you're going to have to tug on the mercy of the creator to anchor it back into love. So we want that gaze of our lighthouse, our divine eye, that can reach really far, to always look at everything through love. If not, all we're going to see around us is darkness and fear, which we know is not the truth. It's not the truth of us, and it's not the truth of humanity. So the creator is going to be abundantly generous, guys, with those that sit in meditation and offer up, your vision, because the creator wants to give us so many insights this year. This is the year of receiving insights for our lives. And those that don't sit in their spiritual connection, or those that don't even know what it is to sit in their spiritual connection, I would say those out in the collective world, not so much us that are watching this video, will really misuse their sight deeply. And when we misuse our sight, guys, we kind of see false visions of who we are. We see false visions of what we can be. We see false visions of where we're going. And for those that see things falsely, there's an unrest of self-doubt that happens, because when we can't see ourselves clearly, it causes a lot of self-questioning, and it causes a deep confusion and an uncertainty in where we're going. So if you see the world in unrest this year, if you see the world in an uncertainty or self-doubt, just know it's because they haven't come to trust the truth of what it is that they're seeing in front of them, or who it is that they're supposed to be. And also another thing too, when our vision is lodged in fear, we can see things very critically. We can look at ourselves critically. We can look at others critically. We can see things very hatefully instead of lovingly. So any of those things that you see in others, just know that it's a sign that the person's vision is not anchored in their heart. It's not anchored in love this year. So another thing about this year is, being a true visionary, we must really respect the Creator's divine timing. Visionaries really respect that things happen exactly at the time that they're supposed to be, and that there's a trust in how the pieces fall in together. So the second thing about this year is, this is the year where the divine seer must arise. And guys, I personally find this so exciting, because the divine seer is the oracle within inside of us. It's the one that gets a sense of what is to come. It's the inner knower within inside of us. It's the one that has prophetic sight too, where you can see visions of what is to be, even though it hasn't manifested or materialized yet. So this is an incredible year of spiritual connection, where we can have mystical experiences with our visionary self, and our spiritual practices, even in our sleep state, our dream state, is so important. So for those that have very vivid dreams or dream a lot, this is an amazing year to ask the Creator to give you dreams of what is to come, or to give you guidance of what is to come. So make sure you do a lot of beautiful preparation work before you sleep. So you may see visions of what's to come that don't materialize themselves in 2023, but you know it's coming. So some of you may see things or energies of what is to harvest, or what wants to harvest inside of our energy that hasn't come to be. So if you see visions of the future that haven't come, don't let it overwhelm you, and don't let it unnerve you this year. Know that it's in your womb and it's birthing itself. So an example would be, let's just say a man really wants to become a husband this year and really wants to become a father. So when it sits in meditations or in its dream state, it may literally see dreams of holding his baby and feeling his wife's presence around him. And that may not materialize in 2023, and towards the middle or the end of the year, this guy mustn't get frustrated that it hasn't happened yet. He must just know that it's percolating in the background. It's like that seed is being watered every day, and it's going to come into fruition when the energy is ready. So for those that are highly psychic or see beautiful dreams at night, don't be unnerved. Just trust that what you're seeing is literally coming into fruition. And guys, for all of you light workers in the room, be very generous with your time with others this year. This year, people are going to need you, and you are going to have to lend your spiritual sight to others. Even when you are walking into a mall or going to get your groceries, know that your spiritual vision is going to be telepathically working with others, giving them insight at all times. So be very generous with your time, and know that the Creator this year is calling you to be a deep oasis in vision, a safe space for others where they can come to see their own truth very deeply. So light workers, get ready to do some work this year. So another thing that is a theme for this year, which is still connected to the vision, is that the mind and the vision really need to be friends this year, guys. And our mind sits right here, and our vision sits right behind it. So the mind and the vision always need to work together. The vision cannot do its work without the mind, because the vision is the one that sees, but the mind is the one that helps interpret what the vision is seeing. The mind is the one that helps us to perceive and accept what the vision is trying to project into our mind to see. So these two really need to become friends this year. So this is the year, guys, where your mind needs to learn how to observe things gently. The Creator wishes for us to play in a very gentle gaze with our soul and with our feelings. So when we're looking at ourselves this year, guys, we cannot look at ourselves harshly. When we're doing our inner work, it must be done so gently. Don't forcefully go in trying to unravel everything at the same time. When the mind is restless, guys, the sight cannot observe things clearly. Because when the mind's restless, the sight cannot come through very clearly to project its truth. So protect your mind from being restless this year. This is another theme. Let the mind have plenty of rest. Let the mind have plenty of relaxation so that the mind can support the vision this year. Inner peace is essential this year, guys. But the mind cannot be pushy or punishing this year of what the vision is trying to show it. So the mind can scream and shout back at the vision when it's afraid of what it's seeing. So I'll give you an example of that. Let's just say the vision is trying to show you that this year it's time for you to move to another job. And it's showing you, you got to move on. You can't be in this job anymore. You're not happy. There's a deeper purpose for you. It's time for you to step into your next step. If the mind is afraid of what the vision is trying to show it, it will scream and shout back, and it will become confrontational at the vision, and it will shut the vision down. And so that's why it's very important for the mind to be respectful of the sight this year, because if it's not ready to see the truth, the mind will even invent pictures that aren't real. Have you ever had moments in your life, guys, where you thought you were literally intuiting something? You literally saw visions in your mind, like you thought this was real, and then you come to find out later that intuition was so way off. It wasn't even intuition. It was your mind projecting something at your vision. So that's why the mind always needs to be protected first before the vision projects its truth onto the mind. If not, you can literally get false insights this year, or you can resist the truth that the vision is trying to give you. And that's why this brings us to the third theme of this year. This is the year of people being motivated to listen to the truth. The truth cannot be hidden this year. The Creator wants us to witness the truth within inside of ourselves so deeply this year. And the best medicine, guys, you can give others is lovingly reminding them that they are ready to be truthful to themselves as well. And when our eyes are in humility, we can expose the truth to others very gently, not forcefully. This isn't the year of harsh finger pointing, like, look, can't you see that? Let's expose him, let's expose her. No, this is the year of mature reassurance, gently shepherding others to seeing the truth. Like, hey, you may want to look at that a little bit differently, or hey, that's not the truth of you. The truth of you is this. You're beautiful. So it's like a year of helping others to find the truth in sight and helping the mind accept the truth that the eye is trying to show it. And the Creator asks us to be very honest with ourselves this year, to be very candid and truthful about where it is we're supposed to go, who it is that we're meant to stand with, the collaborations we're meant to have in the world. And the beautiful thing, guys, is for those that are ready to recognize your truth, you will be able to see the deepest of truths within inside of you. You will literally be able to see your soul this year. If you work with your visionary sight, you will be able to see the God self that radiates within you this year. This is the year for those that are not afraid and have their visions really protected. The Creator will paint such fruitful pictures of where you're meant to be, and this is a fruitful year of decision making for those that are ready. So I have created a meditation for you guys that I've connected to this as well, where you can connect to your visionary self every day and open up your sight to the Creator's truth for you. And you can listen to that meditation for the entire year. So those that are afraid of taking their next steps may feel a little stuck this year, may feel a little kind of stationary this year, like they're kind of stuck in a limbo. And I've noticed, guys, and we were speaking about this before, when people aren't ready to accept the truth, or they're afraid to accept the truth, they become angry. They become angry victims. And I've seen sometimes people even blame the Creator, blame God, like, why God, why did this happen? And I'll give you an example. Let's just say this woman needs to accept the truth that this man isn't her soulmate. But if she doesn't accept the truth and she goes about having a relationship with this guy, and she gets really heartbroken, even though her vision and the Creator's sight were trying to give her the truth the whole time, trying to give her those messages, those signals, those answers, when the woman becomes heartbroken at the end of this relationship because it didn't work out and she didn't go and trust her intuition, she may turn into an angry victim and say, why, Creator, why did you let this happen to me? So that would be an example of that. This is also the year of unconditional forgiveness. The Creator doesn't want us to be in energetic labor this year. It doesn't want us to be carrying that heaviness in our auric field because of other people and our relationship with other people. And the only way, guys, that we can do that is by stepping into unconditional forgiveness this year. Now, be polite, guys, to those that are shaming you, because those that are shaming you are looking at you through the eyes of fear. And don't be nervous if anyone rejects you either. Those that do not see clearly this year are going to come forward at you in a very threatening manner, you know, especially if you're kind of standing in your truth or standing in your light, and they're not ready to accept that. They may come at you in a very threatening way. The Creator said something. Those words were, do not be hurt or seduced by people's false visions of you. Do not be terrified of people's judgments of you. Stand only in your vision of worthiness, because when you stand in your worthiness of vision, it doesn't matter how other people's visions perceive you, because you are seeing yourself through the eyes of worth. And hold all others in unconditional forgiveness and forgive them for not being able to see the truth. So that's why, guys, unconditional forgiveness is very important this year, because for those that are not seeing the truth, they're going to project at you. And we don't want to use our resilience this year like, there's another judgment, or there's another projection. We just want to forgive them so that our aura and our energy and our slate can be clean, so that we can move forward with extreme ease, without any of that heaviness and gunk in our energy field. Because we know, guys, we forgive so that we're set free, so that we're not in hurt. We don't forgive for others, we forgive for ourselves. So, you know, when the Christ, at the moment of his passing, he said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know. Right? This year it's more like, Creator, forgive them, for they cannot see. So guys, don't be harsh towards those that are blind. Have empathy for them, which is the next thing that the Creator said. I place empathy at your feet, my dear children. So this is the year of having an empathic stance, to be very empathic and sympathetic to those that are afraid, to be very forgiving. This brings us to the next energies of this year, which is being courageously faithful and receiving miraculous endowment. I'm going to break those two things into two halves. So the first thing, guys, is this is the year of finding extreme courage to stand in faith with the Creator. What do I mean by that? The Creator said, courage is the act of trusting in me, even when you do not know where you are going to step or go next. So this is the year where even at moments where we may feel blindfolded, like we don't quite know where we're going, all we need is trust to get a sense of where our next steps are going. And if you trust in the Creator, you won't lose focus, guys, in your next step and where you're going. And the Creator said that this is the year of being mindful with our every step. I heard the words, "I will place stepping stones by your feet, dear children, and you will feel them." A mindful step is a step taken with me. Those words were so breathtaking when I heard it. A mindful step is a step taken with the Creator. We are here to take our steps and co-create with the Creator this year in our purpose, in what we're supposed to do, in our missions, and everything in our life. So when the Creator said mindful step, guys, I literally felt the energy of what was coming in through, and it felt like we're not meant to be hurried. We're meant to be very relaxed, very wise, very knowing, very mindful and patient with our every step. So this isn't the year of acting fast and sprinting and then stopping and looking to see where we're going and then sprinting again. This is a year of very certain mindful steps where we're not planting our feet forcefully, but we're coming to outcomes very gently and mindfully. So this is the year of finding our direction and our step in silence. Don't be pulled by the whims of others this year. Go within to know where it is that you're supposed to be, and protect yourself against being supervised by other people's sights falsely. So what I mean by false supervision of sight is be discerning about the advice you're getting from others. Always check within first. Be mindful of false readers out there, that give you, I don't know, advice like your soulmate has blonde eyes and blue hair, and avoid all other types of women or men, stuff like that, advice like that. Just be very discerning that way as far as that goes. And also too, for those that are in alignment with the Creator's sight, you'll be very super motivated. This is a year of motivation. The visionary, guys, is super creative. The visionary can flood you with creative ideas and motivation and being in that beautiful, creative, co-creative energy with the Creator. So begin every day, guys, and every night by placing your sight in the Creator's being. Literally, when you wake up in the morning, say, "Beloved Creator, beloved Alpha and Omega, I offer up my sight into your heart today. Lead my sight for the entire day, and let me see all it is that you want me to see, and focus my vision exactly where it needs to be focused." Let that be your prayer every day. So, continuing on, the Creator said, "I wish to give you the courage to worship me directly this year. This is a year of worshiping me with your entire heart. You must not leave your worship behind. It is in worship that you will trust in all that you need." Now, I asked the Creator what worship meant, because worship is such a traditional word. It can sound like a little bit of a religious word too. And I heard the most beautiful answer. I heard, to worship is to stand in the fervor of love. So the Creator is inviting us to stand in the fervor of love this year, in the longing, in the passion, in that eager wanting to connect at all times, in that reverent energy. So this is the year of having extreme fervor of love with the Creator and being courageously faithful. Like even in moments when you don't want to connect, you don't want to do your yoga practice, you don't want to sit in your meditation, have courage and just do it. So the second part we said is miraculous endowment. What does endowment mean? Endowment means to be supplied directly through the Creator. So this is the year, guys, of learning how to sit with source energy very directly, and also receiving energy, receiving provision, like standing underneath the waterfall of what the Creator wants to give you very directly. And I heard the words, those that are ready to receive me will receive deep, miraculous blessings. So those that can learn how to connect with the Creator directly, guys, can receive the most miraculous energy, where in one moment you're set free, in one moment you get the insight, in one moment the miracle can happen, whether it's on a physical level, emotional level, a spiritual level. So that's really, really exciting. We can really prosper in faith this year with the Creator. The next theme, guys, and this is really for people that are single. Men and women this year must not lose sight of the opposite sex friendships turning into something that they're not. So what I mean by that is sometimes, guys, we feel such an intense attraction towards certain people, and there's an intense and overwhelming chemistry, where your energy just can't stop thinking about the person, and all of those things. But this is the year where we need to be really wise, because even if that strong connection and that gravitational pull towards them is there, the soul may only be looking at the other person's soul as a friend. And so this is the year where we must be very discerning to not confuse our lower desire body for love, that gravitational lust and pull for something deeper. So be very discerning, because this year the seductress energy is going to come out really, really strong within men and women. And to attract your soulmate, guys, for all those that are single, we don't need the seductress energy. We can literally be sitting in rags, on like the worst day ever. And when our soulmate comes into our lives, they will be attracted to us no matter what, because they're not attracted to our looks and our lust. They are attracted to our heart and the soul signature within inside of our energy field. So it's our essence that they find so mesmerizing, where they cannot turn away from. So be modest this year. And when I use the word modesty, I don't mean being meek or holding back and hiding. That's not what modesty is. Modesty is knowing that your beauty is so deep within inside of you that you just don't need to flaunt it out. Modesty comes from deep inner certainty. So that's the other energy forecast for the year. The Creator said something very beautiful for those that are single and are meant to be single this year. I give you the courage to stand with me directly in independence. So the last thing also, guys, about this year is this is the year of new beginnings. Many people are actually beginning again from scratch, whether it's opening up new businesses, they've gone through breakups and they're kind of beginning again, they're getting their health back on track. Let your new beginnings happen gently. Take your steps very gently. The Creator said, do not be afraid of starting humbly from the beginning. So if you're not having this huge big bang from the beginning, if things are opening up for you very gently in your businesses and whatever you're meant to do, it is absolutely okay. Let things happen humbly, gently, and with baby steps forward. So this is the energy forecast for 2023. To sum it up, this is the year of the visionary. This is the year where the mind must support the vision, so it must be very relaxed. This is the year where we take our steps very, very mindfully. This is the year where we're not afraid to stand in our truth, or we shouldn't be afraid to stand in our truth. This is the year of unconditional forgiveness for those that cannot see. This is the year where we must be very courageous with our faith. We're not to be afraid of being in that worship energy and that reverence of love with the Creator. And this is the year for those that are ready to stand directly with the Creator. They are going to receive miraculous endowment. Miraculous blessings are going to come into your life if you take the time to connect with the Creator. And finally, for those single people out there, be wise to know the difference between who your soulmate is and who a friend is. So and new beginnings for people this year as well. So I have created a video on YouTube for all of us to be able to stand in our visionary self, and I have blessed it for days now so that the creator's energy can come through and really lodge our vision into truth, into love. So listen to it throughout the year. Anytime you feel like you have lost your way, or you're not clear on things, or if you just want to stay on track, may God bless you guys this year, and may we all really prevail in visionaries and be visionaries that the Creator wishes for us to be. Thank you for watching.